Hi guys, it's your girl here, Mermaid Dominique, coming to you with another dating stories. So, the break. I feel like in life, every content creator has that mental block where you're just like, I can't be bothered to do this. And I feel like I didn't have any creative juices, no creative flow in my brain. I just wanted to live life, do the normal 9 to 5, go to the gym, go on a couple of holidays, because your girl's been busy. Right now, life be life, and so you can't always be on go mode. The only thing I will say as well is I actually am a little bit under the weather. I have been hit by this very random flu that's going around. I call it the flu, not no COVID-19, COVID-23, whatever they want to call it. I'm just saying the flu or the bug just going around at the minute, where I'm feeling like head is pounding, sneezing, coughing, just want to curl in a ball and just lay there and watch TV, Netflix, if the price hasn't risen again. So, getting back into it. So, I'm here to give you more stories on dating. They are stories of dating blunders, or as you could say, dating mishaps. But I will say they are all real stories. Some of them have been my own, and I have been very withdrawn on giving any of my stories. But today, funnily enough, I'm coming to you with another story of mine because why not? Your girl jumped on Hinge. Woo. Where do I start with this app? I will put a disclaimer. I have now left that app. I did also want to go online to see the caliber of men that have decided that they were no longer going to go out on the streets and find their wives. They were going to find them online as well. So I took the opportunity to see if I could also find bae, matching pajamas, Christmas bae, vacation bae, dinner dates and movies bae, chill on the sofa and Netflix bae. Unfortunately, the search continues. So, the story I'm about to tell is of a Hinge date. I went on there with the premise that I wasn't going to be picky, because your girl's picky. I was going to be open, I was going to be accepting, I was going to be open-minded, and I was going to compromise. So, a couple of guys popped up, and obviously you do the thing where you're just looking for your over 6 foot bae with like good job, nice teeth, great clothes, looks like he could buy you a bunch of flowers every week. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like I was really hit in the head with the reality stick hard when I went on this app. So a lot of the guys that are on there, obviously they're there to beat. So it's in my head a case of it being another Tinder situation. So ongoing on the app, I was like, okay, cool. Like I said, be open-minded. I matched with a guy that I wouldn't say is my type, but I thought, you have a nice face, you have a nice smile, you have a good job, your presence is here, and it's giving me good vibes. So yeah, let me match with you. So I matched with him, we get to talking, it gets consistent, we get to talking every day. And I was like, ooh, consistency is here. And obviously with us talking every day, I was like getting a bit comfortable. We had planned to go on a date. So the date was set for Saturday. We were going to Putt Shack in Westfield. And I was excited. I was like, yeah, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. I'm going to meet my first guy off of Hinge. I'm going to have one in the bag where I can say I successfully dated off of Hinge. The Wednesday before the date, I was in the office and something told me, like, this is a bit strange. I haven't heard from him today. What's going on? So I go onto Hinge to find that I have been unmatched. Now, if you've ever been unmatched with someone before, you know that feeling is just like, oh, rejection central. And I was like, no disrespect, me. Out of me, I have been rejected. I was like, oh, hell no, sir. I instantly started thinking of all the things that it could have been other than the fact that he'd unmatched me. So I was like, well, last night I was messing around on the app a little bit. Did I accidentally unmatch him, but like with my fat fingers like clicking through? And so many thoughts started running through my head that I was like, nah, this can't be right. Something is up. So the next day I go into the office and I'm like, guys, he's unmatched me. And because obviously my work friends are so involved in my dating life, because they're the people that I see and speak to Monday to Friday, the majority of my life, 9 till 5, they were like, no, it was an accident. Your communication was up there with him. Literally, this can't be right. So one of my friends took it upon themselves to call Patchat and be like, excuse me, is there a booking under the name? And I was like, what are you doing? And she called them and they said there was no booking under the name. So I was like, okay, this is quite strange. I'm now starting to understand that I have been unmatched on purpose. So I thought, no, I need to find out what's going on, and I want to find out now. Like now, I refuse. I am not in the mood. I have come on here. I've come on this app. I've compromised. I put myself out there, and now I have been rejected. I'm not having this. So, what did I do? Created another account. I put in his preferences, well, like his height and area of London and whatever, and X'd every single man until I got to his page. And I said, excuse me, sir, is there a problem? So the fact that when I did know that it was on purpose was he didn't match me back to explain what the problem was. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So this was on purpose. I just thought it might have been an accident. But do you know what? Now that we're here, we move. I'm not running you down. I don't even know if I like you really or not. That you have good convo, but right now you're giving me red flag vibes. So now, the next day, I open up the app again. Bearing in mind, I'm still in my kind of like my fake profile. Yeah. So I see a message with a flower, because you can send roses on this app. Huge people will know. You can send people flowers. So I got a rose come up on my screen. So I'm thinking, who's rosing me? It's him. Please let me explain. I'm very sorry. So I'm like, oh, there's an explanation. So obviously the first thing I do is I go to my work friends. Do I listen to the explanation? Every single one of them, yes. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me see what he's got to say. So I match him. What's up? Well, I didn't think you were being serious, like, because girls like you don't date guys like me. Insecure Central. And I feel like you was trying to catfish me, because there's no way a girl like you would go for a guy like me. Insecure City. So I was like, honey, can we get it together? You're not an ugly being. You are a cute guy. I thought, let's go on a date. Like, let's get to know each other. Like, not every girl's 10 is their husband. Some girls is 7 6s are their husband, and they live happily ever after the fuck. So why are you trying to get onto me about making it a thing that I might have matched with you as a joke? So I was like, do you know what? It's no joke. FaceTime me. FaceTime me right now. I am here. Yeah? So he FaceTimes me when I get in from work that day, and I'm like, hello, it's me. He's like, hi. So we get to talking. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe it's actually you. I felt like a celeb. I was like, oh, I'm celebbing out here. It's actually me. Who did he think he was gonna get? Beyonce. So I was like, no honey, it is me. So then, because he's come to the realization that it is me and I am he goes on to then book Putt Shack. So we go on our first date to Putt Shack. It's good. It's good. We vibe off each other. I won, because I'm sorry, it's me. So I won. We drank some cocktails. We got to talking. A little bit of insecurity did step out the bag. A guy walked in on a date with another girl, and he looked over at me, and this guy's like, see, you just draw attention to everybody. So I was like, ooh. Red flag, chill out, we're together. You can see my attention is here, I'm not over there, so what is your problem? Left it because I just thought, I think he's trying to be cute. He walked me to my car, it was really cute. I said goodbye and I went home. So after that, we get to talking. We're in really good spirits, like we're having a really good time with each other's company, just talking on the phone, talking on WhatsApp, and such and so forth. He goes away on holiday for 10 days, somewhere far. So I'm enjoying like explaining to all of my friends at work, like this is the guy that I'm talking to. He's gone on holiday. We're watching his stories together. We're kikiing. So now my work friends are all vibing off of him. They can see he's got a good personality, whatever. So he comes back from holiday, and I'm like thinking in my head, all right, cool, like you've been away for 10 days. Let's link up again. So I message him and I'm like, yo, so when are we meeting up again? When are you off of work until? And he was like, I'm off of work until the 3rd of July. So I was like, perfect, we can meet up again. He's like, yeah, it gives you enough time for you to book our second date. I was like, excuse me? But you know what? I like a challenge, and it's something a bit different. So I thought, you know what? Like, you're trying to like call me out. I can do this, even though I'm at work and you're sitting at home doing jack shit, but you want me to book us a second date. Okay, sir. So now, I've booked the second date. I found bowling, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna go on Tuesdays, half price. I'm not paying big money for you, bro. Like, part track be something else. I'm giving you bowling and at half price discount on 2 for 2 Tuesdays. We go to bowling, which is very close to my work. I'm gonna make a point here. He was late. I was sat waiting in the car. He got there about 10-15 minutes late. I was like, We played bowling. It was good vibes. I won, obviously, because who's trying to beat this? No one in life. And we went afterwards to Nando's because he did suggest if I was hungry because I have just come from work, which I thought was cute. So I was like, yeah. So we go to Nando's. I had heard once upon a time when I last went to St. Paul's that the Perry Tamer was no longer existent. So I was like, I need Perry Tamer. So I queued up with him to find out whether or not it was there still. The guy behind my till is mixed race, tall guy, tattoos, braids. He kept missing me. Now, for those that know, when you're talking to someone, sometimes miss or sir can be seen as a flirty means of conversation. Not for me. I call everyone sir or miss or ma'am. So him saying miss to me was a trigger for this guy. It was like, miss, what do you want? Yeah, anything else, miss? Yeah, and I thought, you know what? I already know this boy's insecure. Let me take my cups and go and find somewhere else. So I've realised, like, this is a bad shit show. Let me go get the cups and go and get the drinks and get out of here because clearly this boy's about to erupt. Because I could see on his face, it was like steam coming out of his ears. So we sit down and he sits down with me, obviously a little bit after because he's paid for the food. And the food has come quite quickly. So we're talking about family, morals, vibes, his background, my background, where we're from, and yada, yada, yada. Then the point came up of, you like to draw attention to yourself a lot when you're outside. And I was like, woo, red flag, red flag, red flag. Because how am I drawing attention to myself just being out with you and living and being? So don't chat shit. So I was like, what do you mean? Is that in bowling, people were looking at you, in Park Shack, people were looking at you, and now this guy in Nando's. I'm like, I'm not technically saying it's a you problem, but I do feel it is, because as far as I'm aware, I'm on a date with you. I'm here. I'm not there or there. I'm here with you. Like, you have my full concentration. So I don't understand what the problem is. He's like, okay, cool. So then I drop him off to the train station. Yes, a girl compromised. Me, decided to date a guy that did not drive a car. I had to drop him to the train station. Will I be compromising in the future? No, but you know what? You live and learn. So I dropped him to the train station. Now, I'd already known this guy lacks validation from social media from watching what he posts on the gram. He then posts a caption on his WhatsApp status story saying, I am a gentleman and sometimes I wish I wasn't, but growth. So I'm reading that after just going on a date with you thinking, sir, who are you talking about and what is this about? So I sent it to my cousin being like, what is he talking about? She was like, ask him. So I was like, okay, cool. So I asked him, I'm like, what's this about? He's like, oh, just when you were playing bowling and you bent over, I really wanted to smack your bum. Like something I would normally do. And I'm like, ew, bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye. But I thought, you know what, let me not hold it against you. Maybe you're trying to be cute because we haven't really been in that physical like level at the minute. We've been very like vanilla. So I was like, okay, cool. You're trying to like venture out of the vanilla box, but it's not going to really work today. So boy, bye. We move on, get to know, talking about other things, talking every day. We're still like communicating every day. And then it gets to the point where I'm just like, okay, cool. We need to be going on our third date, or we need to be linking up for our third date, if anything. And one day I'm at work again and I look at my phone and I'm like, hold on a second, I've not spoken to you for a day now, like what's going on? And I felt like the pattern had happened before and something in my head was like, Nino, this has happened before. So then I go into my WhatsApp status again, and he's posted. So I'm like, oh, so your fingers work? You're not dead, okay? And his WhatsApp status story was Shia, I think his name's Shia LaBeouf, the guy from Wolf of Wall Street, not Leonardo DiCaprio, the bigger one. He's going like this, and underneath it says, had to make some cuts today. So I was like, make some cuts. Instantly, my women's intuition told me, I am the cut. I am now being rejected by this buffoon for the second time. So I'm like, no. This can't be. So I go onto Instagram, I go onto his page, I check who's following. Not me. I was like, okay, I am the cut. It is me. Well done. I then go on Hinge to find out if he's unmatched me, and surprise, Cilla Black, I have been unmatched. I'm like, okay, cool. So this time, I wasn't ready to do the most to find out what had happened to him, because by now, I don't care. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm actually at the end of this train, and this is my stop. Thank you for helping me get off, because you tapped. And I didn't care. I did the whole okay thing, and then I thought, do you know what? No, because I'm going to make you feel about yourself. So I did the okay, then I left it. Then I did the type of paragraph. It was like a small paragraph. It was literally just about building your own insecurities up, being a bigger person, and stop walking around being a red flag. And I left it. I thought, you know what? I'm not going to go in on you that deep, because I could break you. I could actually break you. You seem very vulnerable. You seem very weak as a man. And I don't really want to hurt your feelings that bad, because at the end of the day, we did share some good times together. You're just a dickhead. I just don't like you. So yeah, I thought that would be the end of it. I really did. Until a couple of months ago, bearing in mind this was summertime, we're now in deep October. I started seeing that my Instagram stories were being viewed by him, and I was like, huh? Why is this boy back? You're now moving like a bad smell. Like, why are you here? And I left it because I thought, I ain't got nothing to hide from you. Like, you're not, like I said before, you're not a bad person. I just don't like you. And then I was out on a date, and up on my phone comes, has liked your picture, and I said, oh, okay, cool. This is what we're not going to do, because I'm not on a date and my phone is pinging, and it's because a guy that I once dated before is liking my picture. I was like, nah, I'm going to have to break it to you. So I messaged him and I said, I feel uncomfortable with you, one, viewing my stories, and two, liking my pictures after what happened. We're not friends, and I think it's really weird, and I feel very uncomfortable with you doing it. Please stop. Yeah, I'm going to bring you back down to earth. Same way you brought me down back to earth with all that rejection you was trying to do, I'm going to let you know you're a weirdo. And I want you to recognize that you're being a weirdo. So I was like, just stop. It's not nice. It's weird. He messages back like, sorry, like I just was looking. Looking for what, honey? There's nothing for you to look at over here anymore. We are done. Finito. Like I said, that train has now ended. The train has ended the route. He was, funnily enough, a bus driver. So I am now at the end of the line. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't even want to accept the fact that you're liking my pictures. It's giving me the ick. You give me ick. You give ick vibes, and I am now icked out by you and your weird behavior. Like, me and my friends at work, he keyed about it. Like, this guy's strange. He's still watching your stories. I'm like, yeah. They're like, what is wrong with him? He needs to see someone. See, yeah, that's the end of my story, because it didn't deter me from going on dates on Hinge, by the way, because I have been on a couple since then. But like I said at the beginning, Hinge is now deleted. But yeah, I would just say in life, like, try not to compromise too much on your standards, because it doesn't always work out for the best. And keep it jiggy, guys, because we gonna be dating out here until we get our husband and our king that we deserve, because everybody needs and deserves love. But firstly, love yourself.